Hello. So we're back for the second part of the making a game, a island defense game with gdevelop. And my internet's back working today, so I'm able to conclude this lesson. So what I've gone ahead and done ahead of time here is I installed the behavior that I needed, and I added the text score, live score, I created the variables and I created the texts. So I'm just going to switch over to the desktop here, and you can see that I've set those up. I've added them on the screen in the GUI, GUI layer over here. We've done this in other episodes, so I didn't feel the need to actually show you what I did there. But what I will show you what I've done is the behavior that I wanted to use. It didn't quite work the way I wanted. So what I did was down here, at the top, I created a system timer. And so what I did with the system timer was just set it and reset it to a certain time. And what this will mean is when you go from level to level, you can change that timer when it resets, because down here, further down on the screen, you can see I've got the timer event. So I've created a timer event, I've called it spawner, and every 5 seconds it's going to create 2 of the jellyfishes. Now we tested with the jellyfishes, but you can see there aren't any on the screen. So that was just to test the movement, and all I did there to test was I said move. So here I've created them at a random -50 on the x-axis, so off the screen just by the width of the graphic, and then randomly at a height. So basically a random at the height and just off the screen on the x-axis. Then I've created another one, and I have it set to be the random width and just off the screen with the height. So those are going to come out and be generated at 2 randoms. Now, for the first level, I have 2 of those. Second level, might have 3 of those. Come from the surplus of the width. Fourth level, 5 of those, surplus of the Y. So now you're coming in from multiple angles all over the place. And you can also change the timer. So this is at 5 seconds. So if you take that 5 seconds, you can change that to 10 seconds. I'll show you what 5 seconds looks like right now. Here they come. So I'm coming from off screen. We'd set before. But of course there's no collision when they hit me at this point in time. So I'm going to exit out of there. Oh, I also added a sound to the gun for its shooting. I didn't have the internet, so I didn't go and get like an actual cannon sound or anything, but I had something kicking around that I just ran through a sign processor, and away we went. So now I have, when bullet is in collision with jellyfish, delete the jellyfish, delete the bullet. Pretty standard behavior. Change the global variable score, add 10. Okay, and then what we don't have is we don't have the action to update the score. So we've gone over to here, we've created the score var, lives var. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back here, and we're going to add an action, and we're going to go change, and we're looking for the text. Value, I think it's change the value of text. Maybe I don't add it as a I don't add it as an action. I thought I did. Other action. Helps if I spell that right. Change your passive text. Modify the text. Don't think it's the modify the text, but I thought it was modify the value of the text. But we're gonna go modify the value. We're gonna go modify the score text. Choose an operator. Is set to variable, global variable. The value of a global variable. And score. Apply. Okay. So now we're just going to quickly see if that works. It does not, because I've actually changed the wrong thing. That's fine. Alright. So what I did was change the global variable score $, add 10. Oh, I see what I did. Cut. Paste. And change the value of score variable. There we go. I did two things wrong. I put it in the wrong spot, and I put it in the wrong on the wrong text box. This should work better. Come on. Here we go. Perfect. They're both working good. All right. So now we have the bullet disappearing when it hits. We have the jelly disappearing when it hits. We have 10 points being added on the bullet. And now what we need to do is when the jellyfish hits the turret, we need to lose the player lives. So we're going to go add a condition. When the collision, and we're going to go choose the object when the jellyfish hits the object turret. Okay, so we're going to go add. I don't know, I haven't looked at it, but I think there's an effect to flash the screen. No. But you know what? For right now, what I'm going to do is I am going to go, when it affects it, I'm going to go pause. Oh, sorry. Pause the game. Pause the scene. Pause the sound. Actually, we could play a different sound. I'd have to get a sound to play. But I think we're going to first just change the text. Where is it? Blind. You know what? I'm going to do this the other way. Instead of doing that, I am just going to do it this way. Copy. And paste. Change the value, and we're going to change that of lives var is set to, I want to go minus text to why don't I have a minus? Global variable, global variable, value of a variable. Oh, you know what? I think the reason I don't have it. Cancel. Fine. For some reason, I don't know that my global variable lives dollar sign. Yeah. Control C. Lives dollar sign. Okay. Change var. Change variable. The value of an object variable. The value of a global variable. Why is it not a... I don't understand why the global variable... Alright. Let's see how that works. Okay, change the jelly that plays with turret, change the text of lives var to global variable lives dollar sign. Add action, variable, value of a global variable, lives var dollar sign. And we're going to go subtract 1. Okay. That should work. Let's give it a shot. Oh, live 0. I know why. Because what I didn't do was set it to destroy. Delete the object jelly1. Okay. At the top of that entry. So it's the first action that happens. Oh, got 2 with 1 there. Let this guy hit me. Boom. It took me down to 0 though. I'm not sure why. Why did that take me down to 0? So, delete the jelly. If jelly is in collision with turret, delete the jelly. Gone. So it should only turn. Oh. Add condition. trigger once. That's probably what it is, because it probably was in collision, but before it could delete, it triggered that 3 or 4 times. So let's see. No, it still took me down. Why is it taking me down to 0? Okay, lives is set to change the text of lives var string global variable lives. Change that. Put that above it to -1. Change the live var set to string global variable lives $sign. Okay, wait, now I just changed it to lives $sign. So, what is up with that? Let's edit this. Set to variable, global variables. The value of a global variable. See, it's only showing me the one global variable. I think that's what's going on, is that for whatever reason, it's not recognizing this global variable is here. Project. Let me go into project and let's just look at game settings. Global variables. Add a variable. Lives. $sign. Number. Okay, let's see. Now then, variable, global, the value. I think what it was that it was thinking it was a text and not a number. So now, I think we're oh, I forgot to take out the stuff I put in before. You set to variables, global variables, the value of a variable, lives, apply. There we go. Okay. Preview. Now, if I didn't mess anything else up while I was changing all that, we should be good now. Didn't change it. Okay. Why didn't it change it? Change the value of lavar set to global variable lives. Change the value of global lives. Variable. Subtract 1. That looks good. Add action. Text. Change, modify the text of lives var. Choose an operator. Is set to the value of a variable, global variable, the value of a variable, lives, apply. Okay. That kind of looks exactly like what I did, but let's just see. Maybe it was confused. Didn't change it. So somehow jelly is included in the turnip. Trigger once. Delete the jelly. Change the global variable. Lives var. Oh. Wait. That's probably it right there. Global variables. It's lives, dollar sign. Cancel. Okay. So, the reason I've been having so much trouble is because it's lives dollar sign. It's not lives var. And that, I might have to modify something else if I did something wrong else in there, but I think that's all I did wrong. So we will see. There we go. Now I got 2 lives left. Perfect. So, now we have the workings of the game. So the next thing that you want to do is if lives, we're going to go back to here. And we're going to go to Project Manager. And we're going to click to add a, actually we'll just go, no, we're just going to go back to the beginning scene if we die. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to my events. We're going to go if actually cancel. We're going to do a new event, add a condition, variable value of a variable dollar sign. Let's just pick it. Cancel. Oh, we don't want the value of a C. We get the value of a global. Sorry. Lives. Is equal to 0. Oh. Wait a sec. Lives dollar sign. Oh, the text. I don't want the text. Sorry. The text with the value of a global variable. Jeez. Is equal to 0. Okay. Add action. Change scene, and we want to go to name of the scene, I believe it was Island Defense. Okay. Preview. We're just gonna let myself get whaled on here. 2, 1, 0. There we go. Press space bar up again. So we need to go at the beginning of the scene. At the beginning of the scene. Okay, perfect. The global variable lives is 3. Okay, let's try that again. One life down. 2 lives down. 3 lives down. Okay. Huh. So something in my code is preventing me from continuing on when I die. So what I need to do is file, save. I haven't saved for a while. Project. I want to go to Island Defense screen here. Preview and see if we can continue on. Yep, so that works. Okay, so it's just on the reset. So coming back in. Okay, Island Defense ID. At the beginning of the scene, start the spawner timer, that's fine. At the beginning of the scene, the global variable lives equals 3. We should be fine. That might be a bug because that looks fine. The global variable lives $sign equals 0. Change. That's the condition, so that's like an if statement. If the global variable lives equals 0. You know what? I think maybe, even though that should just be like an if statement, maybe it needs to be in here. I'm not sure about that. I mean, add a condition. Global lives equals 0. But that's not really an if. Let's go delete that. Okay. So this is at the beginning of the scene, setting it up for 3. This is setting up score for 0. I am not sure why that didn't work. Like, that should work fine. Yeah, I don't know. Well, you know what? That's something for me to look at, and I can always cover that in another episode, or you can Google it. I don't want to waste your time. We're at 31 minutes here. So that's the only thing I don't have figured out is how to flip that back over there without it going in a constant cycle. It should just work. I mean, it should reset the lives to 3, and then that shouldn't detect, and it should run. So I don't understand why that isn't doing it. Well, I could just do a restart the scene. So, paste. Global variable of lives equals 0. I'm going to try editing this again. Value to compare, 0. Okay. Action. Scene. Oh, maybe that's it. Clear the scene variable. Oh, I don't have a scene variable. Should just be change the scene. Remove variable from the scene. Change the scene. Pause and start a new scene. I doubt that's going to do the trick, but I'm going to give it a try. I just thought I'd try one more time. I got too carried away. And it's still going in that loop, so I do not know why that is doing that loop. I think, yeah, I think it sets this. I think it's setting that lives to 0. So I'll have to figure out how to make that like more of an if statement. I think it's a always run statement. So yeah, I'm not sure how to do that. But the other things to do are you can add some music here. You can add some shake or bring in another animation, play another add another animation like an explosion. That would be pretty easy to do. And what we can do here is we'll just go add an animation and edit with Piskel, and we're just going to grab red, boom, fill, create a new one, and create a new one again, create a new one again, and then we're going to go here, and we're going to go change this color to yellow, fill, change this color from here to this one, change this color to an orange, fill, then we're just going to grab the eraser and we're going to go, of course this is just super quick, right? Bang, don't mind the sound effects. There we go. Save. Alright. Apply. Now we're just going to go to here to events, and if it equal when the bullet is in collision with jelly, no, we want jelly is in collision with turret, and then we're going to go change the animation. Change the animation of the turret to set to 3. Oh, 2, I think. Okay. Now we're just going to test that real quick. Since I didn't look. So, what I need to do, just quickly, a tiny bit of tweaking on that, just because. Turret, animation, edit collision marks. Oh, cancel. No, cancel. Yeah, you know, I can get a point. Well, you know, close enough. We'll loop that. Apply. Now, what I need to do is, I didn't want to break the animation. I have to go and reset it for all of the. It just, there's not that many there, but I just want to get this done super quick here, just to kind of smooth that out. So what we've done is there, then change the turret to 2. Then what I want to do is set to 0. Set to 0. You know what I could do is I can go like this, I can go turret, and then what I can do is I can go here, you know what, I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm just going to run it one more time. What I could do is take another turret and slap it. I could play around cycles, I could break the animation cycles. So what I need to do, all I need to do to fix that, I could set a timer, I could do whatever, but what I'm going to do, key is released, quit the game, okay, fire a bullet. Where is my 90 degree, add action, change the animation, choose an object of turret, value 0. Okay. And where did I do that? Edit, copy, paste, play, preview. As soon as I touch a key again. Oh, didn't work on the one. Finish playing the animation. So that's less than ideal. Needs a lot of tweaking on that, on the explosion. But edit, cut. I put that in the wrong spot. Paste it there. Choose an operative turret. Change the animation of turret. Set 0. Perfect. That probably fixes that. Let me just try one more time. For whatever reason, the left key, or sorry, the right key. Oh, see, look at that. It put it back in here again. I have it twice. Space key is released. Change animation at 0. Delete. I had that there twice. So, paste. Maybe just, I don't know, you were watching the video. Maybe I did that wrong on the wrong item, so. Yep. Still not ideal. I mean, I think I would just play the animation, run once, be done, and then auto convert back to the animation 0, which is, where is that? Change the animation set to, yeah. I'd probably set it up as a different collision event. But anyway, that's easy enough for you to play with. This video's gone on long enough. We're at 42 minutes. So that will, for now, conclude the gdevelop section of the game making. There's a lot more you can do, and there's more. I've been playing around more with like some RPG type stuff and dungeons and monsters and shooting arrows and things. I've been doing a lot of that, but it all builds on this. So the everything I've shown you from gdevelop up, it starts from early game development, moves forward. Everything that I've shown you, you can use to actually make a functional game. I haven't really shown you the platformer type stuff because there's so many people doing platformer tutorials on gdevelop. It's kind of where you start by building a platformer. So I wanted to cover the other aspects of it. And so I'm hoping you learn from this. I'm hoping you play around. I'm hoping you figure it out. I mean, you're going to be better than me in no time at all because, you know, I'm an old guy and I'm just... a lot of my habits are rooted in old habits, and a lot of my coding and design things are not rooted with how modern techniques are done. But I'm hoping this got you off to a good start. I hope we covered a few things. You saw a few of the little pitfalls and the areas where I stumbled on, a couple of areas where I just put stuff in the wrong place or called on the wrong variables. That happens. It's good for you to see that too, because you're going to run into the same thing. And when you run into it, it's nice to know, oh, yeah. I just got to call this instead of that, or oh, I got to do this instead of that. So anyway, I'm going to end this, and I'll see you in the next one.